everyone, so today I'm back with another review. I'll be reviewing this new launch from Laneige. It's called the BB Cushion Pore Control. I got the shade 23 Sand. This is the box here. It comes with a pack of refill as well as the actual product. So this is the refill. And this is how the compact looks like. It has like a holographic circumference sort of rim, and it's just that very sleek Laneige packaging. The packaging is kind of like your standard BB cushion. As you open it, there's a regular size mirror and there's a cushion puff. So yeah, basically I'll try to recreate that look that she wore in the commercial and at the same time review this foundation to give you a full day tried and tested review. So if you want to see my inspired Hye Kyo look, is that her name? Hye Kyo? Yeah, if you want to see the inspired look as well as how this cushion performs, then just keep on watching. So this is the condition of my skin at the moment. It's sort of dehydrated as well as oily. So generally I have an oily complexion, but today because of acne intensive products I have dry patches surrounding my nose, my upper lip, my chin area. So we have to see whether this product actually hydrates that as well. And yeah, my shade range is about NC 20 to 25 in MAC foundations for reference, but yeah, generally what you see on my skin with the existing acne scarring and developing acne scarring, basically that's what my skin condition is. And let's just see the coverage ability of this foundation. So yeah, this air puff is the typical Laneige air puff. It's substantially thicker than you know, your regular drugstore BB cushions. So we just open the seal here. So it looks like that. As I'm looking at it, the cushion looks to have this angular diamond sort of shape, which is a different kind of cushion. Generally the cushions are just a regular sponge, but this has some sort of a pattern. Yep. So I think I'm gonna just use the sponge the whole way through, but I'm just gonna apply it to half my face first. So as I dip it in, it actually seems really thick. It's not super watery, and it's not like your regular watery type BB formula. So I think this is gonna be more of a foundation cushion type formula, but let's just see the coverage abilities of it. Okay, and that's with one layer. As you can see, it has a very slight sheen, and I think this formulation, in comparison to their general BB cushion, is set to have a semi-matte finish, and I can definitely see that. It's not super dewy, which I am so happy about. Seriously, like, I hate that kind of watery dewy look, just cause as an oily skin girl it will just progress to being really exacerbated, and also my skin will just look like an oil slick by the end of the day. But yeah, as you can see, the coverage abilities is about a solid medium coverage with some of my acne scarring peeking out. But overall, I just think that it is looking really good, and it applied really well with this sponge, even though the formulation seems to be a lot thicker. Therefore there was not a lot of product that went on with each press into the cushion, so you have to repeatedly go in. But I think that is not that big of a deal, just cause you can just constantly retouch up on the go. So yeah, I think that's the amount of coverage that I'll be striving for today. Nothing too fancy, and this color match is matching me really well, and I think that this is the darkest, I suppose. And yeah, likewise, you know, Korean products don't exactly have the most diverse color range, but this one is significantly darker than others that I have tried. This one has a very nice yellow undertone as well. So let's just try on this side. So that's how it looks. I'm just going to bring you in closer to see the final finish. So yes, that's how it looks from afar. As you can see, there's just very slight sheen going on, and it does feel not super matte but like a demi matte, as they said, and I'm really liking it so far. As I look into the mirror, looking at my little dry patches and stuff like that, it isn't exacerbating the condition, it isn't accentuating those dry patches. Actually, it glide over really well, but I'm thinking that with this demi matte formulation, it will not hydrate it as I go throughout my day, so I might not even set this just so that it maintains that kind of hydration. So yeah, if you do want additional hydration, I suggest just using moisturizer, or setting your face with a very dewy mist before applying this, so that it goes on a little smoother. I think this, compared to a lot of other foundations, you do have to realize that a lot of them are heavy water bases, and this one doesn't have that much water soluble ingredients, I feel, and it really performed more like a creamy foundation. So that's what I really like about it, and I think it significantly neutralized a lot of my problematic areas, and as you can see, it just looks really healthy and glowy. So yeah, I think that part of the review is done. I'll check back in on that at the end of my day, and also at the end of my makeup. But just to get the whole celebrity inspired look, let's just talk through how I would achieve her look in the advertisement. I'll leave that link below of how she looked like, but basically I think we're going to go for really light ashy brows, a thin liner, lashings of mascara, a pop of colour to the cheek, and I'll also be using the two-tone lip colour that she famously wore in the drama Descendants of the Sun. This one's in Juicy Pop, and I'll just wear a tinge of that on the lip. But yeah, other than that, if you want to see a review on this, I'll leave it in the description box below. Strangely, that's my highest viewed video, and I think that the hype over that drama or the brand itself is incredibly high, so I hope you guys enjoy that review. But I'm just going to apply it in this inspired look as well, so let's just get started. So that's the final look. Really simple, really subtle, and nothing too complex. But yeah, that's my inspired look based on what was in the commercial. And I just did cream blush, a little bit of concealer, a wing liner, lashings and mascara as I mentioned, and I actually did use this Juicy Pop, but I found it to be a little too bright, a little too pink, so I added this Rimmel Kate Moss lipstick in 43. This one, the Nudes collection, just to give it a little bit more of a nude vibe. But yeah, I'm really liking it. It's just really simple and nothing too complex, so I found it pretty remarkable to be able to get into the inner corner. I know this sponge sometimes proves to be a little annoying sometimes, but when I folded it and I dipped it into the foundation, I could get into the inner corners pretty well, so that served me well. And I just think that the formulation of this is unlike my preconceived notions of BB cushions in general. It's not super dewy, and it just makes my skin look sufficiently natural while just neutralizing everything. So I really like it so far. So it's about 9 in the morning, so when I get back, I'll let you know how it holds up and if it actually still stays this good throughout the day. So yeah, I'll check back in at the end of the day. So I'm back from a really long day. It's about 8 p.m. now, and as you can see, it looks really good on my face. The foundation wore really well, and I think that the only downside is that because I didn't set it with powder, it does wear away around, you know, my nose area, inner corner of my eye and that kind of thing. But overall, I just think that a light dusting of powder will increase the longevity of this foundation significantly, just because it's already a demi matte. And I understand that, you know, with the highlight as well as a little bit of my oils peeking through, it's starting to look a little bit oily, but I think that this sheen is quite natural. It's not making me look like an oil slick, if that makes sense. And as I said, I did not blot it or I did not set it with powder, so that explains it as well. But overall, I think that is this formulation something that I would recommend to the everyday user? I think I would, just because it is a demi matte finish, and for people who enjoy that kind of application method as well as, you know, that very light layer of foundation on your face, I think that you would enjoy this tremendously if you are someone like me who doesn't like too dewy a finish and yet wants that decent enough coverage. So yeah, it's just looking really skin-like, and also it just gives me this natural radiance that I naturally wouldn't have with my own bare skin, if that makes sense. So I would give this about an 8 to 9 out of 10 upon first impressions. And if you want to know my prolonged thoughts about this, do check out the description box below for my future blog posts or anything that goes up on my website. So yeah, I mean, if you like this kind of videos and like the feedback that I have to give, do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for future videos as well. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!